Let's continue with more news now. A special provincial official funeral service for the late former Free State MEC Benny Kotsoane will be held at Botshabelo today. Kotsoane died last month at the age of 58. Now, he served in the first democratic administration of the province as MEC of Local Government and Housing from 1996 up until 1999. And then later he became MEC for Environmental Affairs and Tourism. Makhala Masiteng is our reporter, bringing us the latest there as that funeral processions get underway. Makhala, good morning. Perhaps you could talk to us about his life and times, his legacy, how he's also going to be remembered as family, friends and colleagues alike come to pay their last respects.
Good morning, Lizelle, and thank you very much. Yes, we are at Kaiser Sebotelo in Botshabelo. This is where the funeral service will be taking place for the former MEC here in the province. As you have indicated, he did play a critical role, especially during the 90s when the democratic government started. In those years, he actually have been an MEC in various portfolios, including that of community safety, but also he was an MEC specifically in the local and the human settlement department, which later on he was also the Director General in the Department of Human Settlement under the former Minister of Human Settlement, Lindiwe Sisulu. Actually, we understand that among some of the speakers who will be here today will be the former Minister Lindiwe Sisulu, who we understand worked very closely with the former MEC Benny Kotsoane. So we are expecting some of the speakers today to include also the ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula, who is expected, of course, to also touch on the role that Benny Kotsoane played, not only in government after the 1994, but also what he did in terms of his role in the struggle. We understand that he also played a very critical role in forming a civic movement in the Free State, which was later then formed, or rather joined to SANCO. We understand that also the members of SANCO will be here, of course, to talk about the role that he played in that regard, but mostly his role seems to be surrounding or focusing mainly in the housing departments, because he spent most of his time in those departments, playing a very critical role, of course, in those departments. So today he will be laid to rest. We are expecting some of the other speakers to include, of course, the ANC chairperson here in the province, Mxolisi Dukwana, but also the MEC in the Cocta department, Sakimu, who will also touch on the role that Benny Kotsoane played in that department. But also, as I have mentioned, that the ANC Secretary General is also part, but also Free State government will also talk about his role, of course, in the Free State government in terms of the Department of Housing, as he played a critical role. Of course, he's been an MEC in various portfolios, including that of Environmental Affairs, Local and Housing Department, as well as the Safety Department. Of course, during the presidency of Thabo Mbeki, he was in that Department of Human Settlement under the former Minister of Human Settlement, Lindiwe Sisulu, who are expecting that she will also be part of this funeral service.
Makhala, thank you for that update. I know we are monitoring those developments as the funeral processions continue. For now, let's leave it there. Makhala Masiteng, our report in Botshabelo again, monitoring the service of the former Free State MEC Benny Kotsoane.